Yo, what's up everyone? Today I've got the lowdown on the Modern Warfare 3 beta second settings. We're talking about all the tweaks you gotta make to max out your FPS, minimize input lag, and clean up the visual clutter for the smoothest gaming experience ever. So buckle up, cause I'm about to drop some knowledge bombs on you. But first, hit the subscribe button for my ultimate FPS increase guide dropping when Modern Warfare 3 officially launches. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Let's dive in. Alright, get ready for the ultimate FPS boost guide for Warzone 3, hitting you the moment it goes live. Now let's cut to the chase and dive straight into the video. We're focusing on the absolute best settings and optimizations you gotta use in the Modern Warfare 3 beta. No matter if your rig is old, new, high-end, or low-end, and whether you're rocking AMD, Intel, or NVIDIA. First things first, let's talk about those brand spanking new GPU drivers, specifically designed for Modern Warfare 3. Both NVIDIA and AMD dropped these bad boys, and they're crucial because they bring some fresh functionality to the game. Plus, they come with the correct reflex profile for optimal performance. NVIDIA gang, head on to the URL I've got up here. You want to hop into your system setting and find that automatic driver updates utility. Alternatively, you can dig into the product tab and input your deets there. Hit that start search button at the top of the driver results list. Grab the latest driver for your GPU and follow the on-screen prompts to download and install it. Now, if you're dead serious about squeezing out every last drop of performance from your rig and getting that sweet FPS and low latency, it's time to get your hands dirty. Head down to the links I've dropped into the description to further customize and tweak the driver to your liking. Next up, let's clean house. If you're on the Steam version of the game, cruise on over to your Steam library. Find Call of Duty on the left. Give it a right click and hit up Dem Properties. Scroll on down to the DLC section and start unchecking all the unnecessary parts of the game you don't need for the beta. If you've got Warzone or older versions of that game chilling on your drive and you ain't playing him, uncheck those suckers too. Once you've deselected what you don't need, back out and let the game update. That's a quick and dirty way to clear up some drive space and declutter the game. Just remember, you gotta keep the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 options checked if you wanna keep playing the beta. Now, when you're tweaking those settings, I'd recommend firing up a game and letting it run in the background. That way, you can see the changes happening live and decide if they're tickling your fancy or not. Whether you're tinkering for the main menu or in-game, head on up to the top right-hand corner and hit that settings icon. Then let's talk graphics. Display mode should be set to full screen, exclusive for that immersive experience. But if you're running into issues with multiple monitors or alt-tabbing, give full screen borderless a whirl. Make sure your best GPU is selected. Crank the screen refresh rate to the max, and set your display resolution to match your monitor's native resolution. Whether that's 1080p, 1440p, or 4K aspect ratio. Leave it on automatic. VSync. Switch that sucker off. As for custom frame rate, let's leave that unlimited for now. We'll fine-tune that later for the best results. Now onto the personal preference zone. NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency. Flip that bad boy on, especially if you're rocking an older system, and for those of you with slightly outdated CPUs, consider flicking on that boost mood too. Once you've got all that sorted, hit apply and let's move on to the quality settings. Here's where the magic happens. We're gonna tackle all those graphics options to dial in your personal preference and boost performance. After we've got that sorted, we'll dive into an unscaling method to really take things to the next level. But we'll save that for after we fine-tune the graphic settings. Alright, let's break down all these settings step by step. For now, we're gonna breeze past most of the stuff up top. First off, head down to the VRAM scale target. Set the puppy to 90%. If you're hitting choppy FPS or lag spikes, dial it down to 70%. Now, there's new options in town called variable rate shading. Trust me, flick that bad boy on. It'll tone down the graphics in areas you're not really focusing on, giving you a sweet performance boost with minimal visual sacrifice. Next, let's talk texture resolution. Match it up with your system specs. High-end rig. Go for high. Medium. Stick with normal. Got an old clunker? Very low or low it is. Texture filled anistrophic. Keep it at normal. Depth of field, off. Detailed quality level. Match it up with your system specs again. Low end, low. Medium, normal. High end, go wild with high. If you're craving a bit more FPS on high-end setup, normal will do just fine. Particle resolution, set it to very low. Bullet impacts, kill them off. Same goes for persistent effects. Shaded quality, keep it low. Turn off on-demand texture streaming and local texture streaming too. Quality, stick with normal. Unless you're scrapping the bottom of the barrel for FPS, then knock it down a notch. Shadow quality, bottom of the barrel with very low. Unless you're a sucker for visual, then normal it is. Screen space shadows, switch them off for that clear picture and extra frame. Ambient occlusion, turn that off for cleaner image and better FPS. Screen space reflection, say bye-bye to those for the best FPS possible. Keep static reflection quality low. No need to get fancy with environment tessellation. Turn it off. Terrain memory, set it to medium. Volumetric quality, keep it low. Different physics quality, off please. Weather grids volume, low. Unless you're FPS fiend, then go for broke and switch them off. Water quality, keep it default. Phew, that's a lot, but we're just getting started. Once you've sorted all that out, hit apply and let's move on to tweaking the rest. Flick off world motion blur and weapon motion blur. Turn film grain down to 0. First person camera movement, set that sucker to 50%. You can even tweak the color of flashbangs to make your screen darker instead of lighter. Once you're done, hit apply again. Once you've sorted out all those optimizations, don't forget to hit the shader cache installation section to make sure everything's running smooth as butter. And that's it folks, your game should be running smoother than greased lightning. Let me know how it goes in the comments. And if you've got any other tricks up your sleeve, drop them in there too. Happy gaming!